The first myth is this: you believe that there are no taxes on Social Security, or that your Social Security benefits are not taxable. That is false. Social Security benefits are taxable. They've been taxable ever since 1984, when President Ronald Reagan signed a bipartisan bill to put taxes on Social Security. Now, how much of your Social Security is taxable is dependent on your provisional income. And I don't want to get into all of that here today. Taxes on Social Security benefits, I did a video. It's in the description below. But keep in mind this: if you're a married couple and you make over $44,000 a year, 85% of your Social Security benefit could be used in the computation of your taxes. So you really want to understand, how are my Social Security benefits going to be taxed? Am I going to work while I'm on Social Security, because the taxes are different there? And when do taxes start based on where I'm taking my retirement income out of? You need to understand all that, especially when it comes to claiming Social Security benefits. Now, myth number 2 is this: you believe that when you file for Social Security, that decision is final. Well, it sort of is final. Let's say you decide to file for Social Security at 62, and then you go, oops, I really shouldn't have filed for Social Security at 62. I need to delay this until 63, 64, 65, whenever. Well, you have 12 months from the time you filed to tell Social Security, oops, I shouldn't have done this. I want to start over. Can I go back? And you also have to pay back, you got to pay back all the Social Security benefits that you have received. If you do that, Social Security will allow you to do over your Social Security claiming decision. Now, this only happens to clients of mine when they retire too soon and they decide to get another job, or they get laid off and they take Social Security to help the bills, and then all of a sudden they get another job. It hasn't happened very often, but it is something that you want to keep in your back pocket just in case you make the wrong decision on claiming your Social Security benefits. All right, myth number 3 that many individuals believe about Social Security is that Social Security benefits are only for those people who have stopped working. That is a myth. Once you reach full retirement age, there is no limit or penalty for earning income, okay? So you want to make sure you're collecting Social Security benefits at the right time. So maybe you're working a job where you're earning more than the income limit, but you get to 67 or 70 and you're like, hey, I want to take Social Security. You can take it and you're not going to be penalized. Now, you will pay taxes, but you won't be penalized for taking Social Security. All right, the fourth myth that many individuals believe about Social Security is that everyone is eligible for Social Security benefits. That is incorrect. Now, I want to put this into 2 categories. The first category is, how do you become eligible for Social Security benefits? Well, you have to earn at least 40 Social Security credits to qualify for Social Security benefits. Now, how do you get these Social Security credits? Well, you get it by working. Right now, you basically need to earn $1,500 a quarter to get 1 credit. So you do that 40 times or 40 quarters and you are eligible for Social Security. It's pretty simple to do that. Now, that's the first category. The second category are people or individuals who will never qualify for Social Security, and that might be government workers, railroad workers, some teachers, some professors at universities and public schools, and some pastors, ministers. They don't pay into the Social Security system, so they are not eligible for Social Security. Now, maybe they had a job before working for the government or after working for the government where they did earn their 40 credits. In that case, they could have both. But not everyone who works qualifies for Social Security benefits. All right, and finally, the 5th myth that you are believing about Social Security, it is this: when a spouse dies, the widowed spouse is eligible both for their survivor's benefit and their own benefit. That is incorrect. You cannot double dip in Social Security. You can double dip at the Dairy Queen, but you cannot double dip with Social Security. If you have a married couple and they're both earning Social Security benefits, whether that's a spousal Social Security benefit or their own Social Security benefit, when one of the two spouses pass away, the only Social Security left is the higher of the two. You don't get both, you get the higher of the two. And so you've really got to understand, when am I going to claim Social Security benefits? How is that going to affect me when a spouse passes away? And it's really important to have a Social Security maximization plan. That's what we do here at Your Financial EKG. And if you want us to put together a financial EKG for you, a Social Security maximization plan to make sure you're collecting it at the appropriate time, click the description below. You'll see how to get in touch with us, how to get on my calendar, and let's put together a Social Security plan that eliminates all of these myths so you can walk into retirement with confidence. Hey, thank you so much for watching today. God bless. Bye-bye.